What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Architect Space. In today's video, we'll be unboxing and reviewing the Neewer GM24 tripod fluid head. So what is a tripod fluid head? Tripod fluid head, it's a great accessories for you to mount on your tripod, for you to get those very smooth panning and tilting shots, B-rolls, for whatever the subjects you're shooting. I got this tripod fluid head because recently I've been trying to improve my YouTube video quality, but I don't want to fully invest in a gimbal, which is way more expensive and harder to set up. That's why I got the tripod fluid head. It allows me to do simple panning and tilting shots, which can help me to get the shots that I want. So without further ado, let's open this thing up and see what's it about. So the packaging, it's very straightforward. Inside of the box, you have a piece of manual and the fluid head itself wrapped inside of a plastic bag. There you have it. So what we are looking at right here is the fluid head. We have the top part, the plate that goes to the bottom of your camera. Below the plate, we have a leveler to adjust the center of gravity to make sure when you're doing the panning and tilting shots, your frame is leveled, which is very nice. We also have a very long rod here for you to have a good control. On the side, we have two knobs, 1 and 2. These two knobs here are for you to adjust the tightness of your panning and tilting. So this is the Y-axis, and this knob is responsible for panning left and right. But what's really interesting is that the hex key, it's being tucked in here. So pop the hex key out, you push it from this side, and this pops up, and you can take it out. The hex key is being secured by a magnet onto the fluid head, so you don't have to worry about losing it, which is very convenient. The purpose of the hex key is for you to secure the base plate onto your camera, which we'll be doing just in a second. Overall, I really like the build quality of this thing. It's pretty compact and it feels very premium in my hand. I believe it's made with aluminum alloy for most of the parts. I like the red accents that has like the 360-degree ring. The knobs are all metal. And what's really cool about this tripod fluid head is that it's actually left-hand user friendly too. So if you're a left-handed user, all you need to do is take off these two screws. So what's behind will be the front of the fluid head, and you can operate it from the left side. Let me show you real quickly. So use the provided hex key. Now you turn the rod over to this side and secure it back on. There you have it. Now this will be the front, and I'm using it as a left-handed person. It's not that big of a deal, but they definitely pay attention to the detail. So very nice thing to have. All right, so let's talk about the base plate. The base plate has an anti-sliding feature where it prevents your camera from sliding off of the rail in case you haven't secured it tightly. This is definitely a really nice feature. Another thing I noticed on the base plate is it's got a rubber padding around the threads, which is nice because that prevents, metal parts rubbing against your camera. So it's definitely a very thoughtful design. Overall, this tripod fluid head is very compact and feels very premium in hand. The knobs are super responsive and smooth, and the handle, it's very grippy. Now let's take off the base plate and attach that to my camera, Sony a7 III, and to see how it actually works on a tripod. I will also show you some sample footages that I got using this tripod fluid head. Alright, so I'm filming on my iPhone right now, and I have the tripod fluid head and my Sony a7 III right in front of me. We're gonna put the base plate on the Sony a7 III, and we're gonna attach the base of the tripod fluid head on a tripod. First step, unscrew the base plates off the fluid head, just like this. Also pop out the hex key that's tucked in here. I'm gonna turn our Sony camera around. Align the base plate so the rail is facing forward. Now we're gonna use the provided hex key and tightening just to the point where it's not moving anymore. You don't want it to be too tight or it can really damage your frame of the camera. Now the base plate is attached to the camera. We're gonna put this thing on an actual tripod. All right, so we have a tripod that has a ball joint on top, just like this. And we have a tripod fluid head. In order for the tripod fluid head to be attached onto the ball joint mount, we need to do one extra step. which is to take the base plate of our ball joint mount and attach that to the bottom of our fluid head. Here we go. With the base plate from the ball joint attached to the fluid head, we can finally put the fluid head on a tripod and secure it. We needed a ball joint in this situation because it will allow us to level our fluid head. I'll show you the top view. So as you can see, we want to get the leveler to level here. So to get the bubble to be in the center line, just like that. And that's how you know it's leveled. Now with our tripod fluid head attached to our tripod, we can finally take our camera with the base plate on and secure it. There you go, it's not moving anywhere. And this is the setup. Now to actually use the fluid head, this is super tight right now, but if you lose the knob on the side here a little bit, then you can see how smooth I'm able to tilt my camera. As you can see. And the other axis, this knob here controls the panning from left to right. So imagine you're trying to get a shot where you are panning, there's a landscape in front of you and you just want to go from left to the right. Instead of doing it handheld, you can do it with a tripod fluid head, and that's going to make your footage so much smoother. As you can see, I'm using one finger to do it. Naturally, your camera wants to tilt downwards, and that's why you want to adjust the tension so that it's not falling down too quickly, but in a very smooth motion. That's the whole point of a tripod fluid head. So now you have seen the setup for the tripod fluid head. Let's check out some of the footages I got. Overall, the tripod fluid head is an excellent value for the price of $45. It provides a smooth footage and is compact, featuring a magnetically attached hex key. While the tilting motion is smooth, the panning shot can be somewhat jagged. Unlike the gimbal, the fluid head is stationary, but it allows for precise camera movement. Overall, it is a great tool for capturing cinematic B-roll footage without spending a fortune. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.